Well, my story is a pretty simple story. My testimony is a simple testimony. I was in year 8 at school and I was in a scripture class, and I actually got kicked out of the scripture class for getting into a fight. And cut a long story short, I got kicked out. The scripture teacher was very compassionate and loving towards me, and she actually managed to get me out of a school suspension on the condition that I went to the lunchtime group. Now, I didn't know much about this lunchtime group, and I went to it purely because she said that it had free food. So I went to it, I got a free feed, and they talked about Jesus and the gospel was shared. But the one thing I noticed was my friend, who was also in the same class, he went to this lunchtime group. And I started asking him questions about it, and he ended up inviting me to church. And I, like most people, I had this preconceived idea of what his church looked like. And he went out of his way to get me to church. The seed had been planted, and he offered to pick me up. He offered to give me dinner at Macca's. He offered to give me a lift home. And he ended up doing that, and I went to church, and it blew me away that church could be so relevant, and that it could be a place that was so welcoming, and so you could feel it so much at home. I gradually, over time, came to know Jesus, and my mate kept at me for probably a couple of months, kept inviting me, kept giving me lifts, kept giving me free Maccas after youth and after church. And you know what, like, it actually helped, and bringing me and inviting me to church really helped me becoming a Christian.